Hello again, my dear friends. Here we are up in the mountains, Monte Fertazza, 2,300 meters. Look what a beautiful sight. This is the Pale Mountain. Thanks so much, friend. We are here to talk about this book, The A Way to Balance. Here we are. Today we will see chapter 13, how to control our breast, the sides of our breast, and how we can control the menstruation and the ovulation. So we talk about the deer exercise for the female. It's a very important exercise, as I've already said in the video for the deer exercise of the male. This is probably the most important exercise of the Taoist world. It is supposed to push this energy, this qi, from the bottom of our column up until it gets to the top of our head, turning on these centers of energy, these chakras, as the Indians call them. That means wheels. And this energy is the source of all life and the source of our true spiritual and material realization. So it's very important for women also because it can teach us, it can make us able to control menstruation, ovulation, and the size of our breast. So it's a very important exercise for females. But the question is, why should we control our menstruation? It's something so natural. Why should we stop our ovulation? It's so natural. In this case, we are facing the same problem that we saw with ejaculation for men. In the Taoist world, the ancient masters thought that all these activities were a loss of energy. And that's why they suggested to use ejaculation and menstruation and ovulation like a means. Use it when we want to reproduce ourselves, to have children. But outside from this particular case, it wasn't something that was advisable. In this particular instance, with the practice of this exercise, we can stop the ovulation and menstruation for as long as we want. Because when we want to have children, for example, we just stop doing the exercise, especially the massage, the second part of this exercise. We'll see it later. The second part of the exercise, and the menstruation will come back and the ovulation will come back. So it's very simple. But there's another question. Why should a woman who wants to evolve spiritually be concerned about the size of her breast? It depends on the person. Like for men, the size of the penis, for many women, this is a problem. And they can be tortured by this situation. They can feel inadequate and lose self-confidence. So we must be, as Lao Tzu taught us, compassionate towards ourselves. And this way we will recompose the universe. How can someone be compassionate to herself when compassion is a feeling that is per se towards other beings? Compassionate comes from cum, passion, patior, means in Latin means suffer together with someone else. I think that Lao Tzu wanted to teach us that we are separated inside. We are different beings inside. Different parts of our beings are coexisting inside our body. And we share a common doom, a common destiny. But some parts are leaders. They guide everyone in this being. Other parts, they just follow. And many times some parts decide that other parts are bad. And we cannot afford to satisfy their desires. And sometimes their desires are just like children's desires. Nothing harmful, nothing bad for us. Sometimes they are bad for us, but sometimes they are not. So we should be compassionate, I think, means we should understand that we have inside ourselves some parts that are still weak and they need certain nourishment, certain actions, certain feelings, certain realities to grow, to become better, stronger, more sure of themselves. Now they're weak, they're confused sometimes. And especially they're confused because we, the government of ourselves, we refuse them. We lock them up in a cellar. We don't want to see them. We don't want to talk to them. No, I don't think this is right. I think it's our family. We have to embrace them and teach them and allow them to teach us, because it's always it's never it's something that goes from here to here and that's all. It's always a two-way circulation, not one way only, like in the streets. So I suggest if a woman feels that she is a little bit inadequate with this, with her breast, there's a system with natural, no surgery, no suffering, no chemicals, nothing. Just practice the exercise in a certain way and you will increase the size of your breast. If you practice in the other way, you will decrease. In this way you will increase. In this way you will decrease the size, the measurement. So, but why should we want to have a bigger breast? As we said for the penis, this is something that is very important for men. And if we want to please our partner, we should consider his desires. And like for the penis, for the man, exactly the same. And this is something that creates a strong energy, strong attraction, and this means strong excitation, arousement, and then a bigger amount of those fluids that comes in the orgasm that are so important for our development. So, there's nothing wrong in all this, especially if we follow a natural path that doesn't hurt our body. if we start with this exercise, the energy will come up. And as it comes up, it will turn on some important centers of energy, and they will give us the clarity to see what is good and what is not good for me and for the other people. And in that moment, we will start to really do good deeds. Otherwise, many times we make an attempt and we give people what they ask for us, and most of the times it's not good for them. It's something that goes against their real interest, their real good. Salve, fellow tourists. And so it's very important to save these energies and to become better people. And now let's see the exercise and how it works. We have 3 different parts in the exercise. The first part is the preparation of the hands, like in the male exercise. Okay? Second part, the massage of the breast without touching the nipples. We go around the nipples with the hands. This way if we want to increase the size, this way if we want to decrease. If we want to leave it like that, half of the time in one way, the other half in the other way. The sun is moving. So, then in this phase we can use a compression, like we did for the male, on Hu Yin, some masters say. Other masters say on the clitoris. So, we can use the heel, we can bend our leg and put the heel on Hu Yin, the special point in the middle between the anus and the vagina, and or other masters say on the entrance of the vagina, so on the clitoris. It depends. I think you should try. Some masters say that we should, in the beginning of the exercise, press on the clitoris. And in the second phase, the massage phase. In the third phase, we should press on Hu Yin. You should try by yourself and decide what's best for you. We can do it, the exercise, in many different positions, but in the first phase, even lying down, for example, or standing. But sitting, I think it's the best, especially for the second and the third part, where I suggest a special position that I called a quarter of lotus. But you can look in the book and find out everything. Don't exaggerate in the beginning. This muscle in the third phase, sorry, I forgot to talk about the third phase. The most important part of the exercise is the third phase. The first and the second part are just the preparation. Third phase, we contract the anus and concentrate to feel this energy that goes up to the top of the head. And these muscles are rarely used. So go easy in the beginning, and then as you gain strength and sureness, you can prolong the exercise. But in the beginning, it's better to go easy, to contract, for example, for 2 seconds and then relax for other 5 seconds. After a few days, we can get to 10 seconds every contraction for 1 minute. And then we can prolong the contractions. But listen to your body. That's the best suggestion that I can give you. With these words, I salute you and see you at the next video with this wonderful panorama. Goodbye.